Sırada bir panelimizin var. Panelimizin başlığı is Fine Dining going through a transformation. Fine Dining bir dönüşüm mü geçiriyor? Öncelikle moderatörümüzü anons etmek istiyorum lütfen. Next Akademi kurucusu ve akademisyen Sayın Levent Erden. Sayın Erden'e sahnede bir yıldızlar karması eşlik edecek. Hepsini teker teker anons edeyim. 3 Michelin yıldızlı Hélène Darroze at the Connaught, Executive Şefi Marco Zampese, Nagaya, Yoshi by Nagaya ve Sankai by Nagaya restoranlarıyla Avrupa'da Japon mutfağının en güçlü temsilcilerinden biri haline gelen Şef Yoshizumi Nagaya. Buyursun efendim, ben anons ederken size yerinizi alalım. 31 yıldır Michelin yıldızını koruyan Dolce, Stil, Novo, alla, Reggia kurucusu ve şefi Alfredo Russo ve bizi hiçbir zaman yalnız bırakmadı. Almanya'da Levent by Thomas Bühner restoranın yaratıcı ve eğitimi olan tutkusuyla danışman ve eğitmen şefi Thomas Bühner. Keyifli bir oturum diliyorum. Benden bu kadar. Buyursunlar.
Efendim hoş geldiniz. Ben beyaz giymeyen tek adam olarak direkt başlayayım. Okay, the subject today is fine dining should be transformed? We are talking too much about transformation since the pandemics. Everything is transforming with the technology. It's transforming now. Fine dining, should it be transformed? What are the causes? And there is one thing that I like very much: the words of the year. And 2020's word of the year was unprecedented, never seen before. So I think that we are going to enter an era where nothing is seen before. So, as we have quite limited time, I'm going to ask you almost a similar question. Do you think that we need to have some transformation in fine dining and even in the total business? What type of transformation we should expect?
Transformation for sure depend from where the restaurant is located or where we are located. I think transformation for restaurant depend from the expectation of the customer, expectation also of the employee, and for sure from the economic and financial challenges and technology and many other things. So I think for sure the restaurant, our restaurants should stay up to date with the time, but this again depends where we are. If I think about London, for sure at the moment I think there is I would say a trend to a fine dining, a casual fine dining. Our restaurant is situated in a famous luxury hotel, the Connaught. I can see that there is a trend in London where guests try to go more to casual fine dining, to have a casual food, more relaxed ambience, and they prefer this kind of location. So more relaxed, also for the staff, etc. So.
Okay, so what type of transformation, as we were talking just 10 minutes before on this meeting?
Yes, okay, the transformation, as I say, is depend about the location where is located the restaurant, because of course different location, different kind of clientele, so we have to adapt the offer to the proper clientele. This is the key. Of course, the transformation of the fine dining, it is the last 20 years is completely different because we, especially the people like me that we have the white hair, that we remember that in the past the fine dining was just the big palace, the big restaurant with the big brigades, and of course in the last 20, 25 years, 30 years, the meaning of the fine dining has changed, because now we're talking about casual fine dining, and because for many reasons. First, because we have a different approach to the restaurant from the clientele. It is one reason. So we have to be more smart, more easy in the service and what we propose. And also there is the theme of the cost, because this is another important problem, because everywhere in the world all the costs are increased a lot. The labor cost, the ingredient, the food cost, the taxes, and depend, of course, different countries, different situations. But this is another key point. And then there is also some other reasons, like that everywhere it's not easy to find people to work work in the restaurant because the mentality also has changed, and so we have to adapt in any situation. What I think is also that is also another problem is about the offer, because of course, as you know, we live in the last 20 years where the food approach it has been like a show, and probably now we have the people want to make more real food, more probably less show, and we have probably also this change a little bit. This, if you ask to me, probably we have to also adapt this situation to be maybe to make some step behind, to be back to the authenticity about the identity of the places. Also is important. We talk about many situations. We talk about local ingredient locally, and but in the end maybe happen that maybe we travel around the world, we eat the same thing in Singapore, in New York, in Rio de Janeiro, in Rome, and this is also we have to maybe to make some efforts to offer some more local experiences, because this the experience that is not a show but is a different kind of experience, I think.
No show, more real food.
And it's not the rule, but maybe it could be a proposal. I don't know. Is the solution, but it could be.
I do share the idea. So, what about the transformation in your opinion?
私が思うに、皆さん経済のことに関しては皆さんがもうおっしゃられていると思いますが、
Ekonomiye bakarsanız herkese anlattı şimdi.
料理に関して言えばすごくシンプルになってきてるなとは思います。
Yemek konusunda açarsa hani daha sade haline geldiğini düşünüyorum.
やっぱりコロナ後やっぱり皆さん求めるのはやっぱりシンプルで、やっぱりその食材にすごくフォーカスした、食事をされていると思います。
Pandemiden sonra daha çok sade haline geldi. Daha malzemelere odaklandığı yemekleri insanları istediğini hissediyorum.
やっぱり物流がもっとこの10年ですごく良くなったってこともありますし、
Lojistiği de çok gelişti.
あと大きく変わったのはちょっと水が変わったんじゃないかなと思います。
Bence hani suyu da çok artmaları düzeltti. Yani daha kaliteli olduğu için suyunun kalitesi daha yükselince yemeklerde değiştiğini düşünüyorum.
僕の住んでいるドイツに住んでるんですけども、
Ben Düsseldorf'ta oturuyorum.
昔はやっぱり塩気と酸味がすごく強かったんですよね。
Eskiden suyunun etkisiyle daha tuzlu, daha asitli yemekleri önüne çıkıyordu.
それは水に含まれているカルキ分が多いので、
Suyunda fazla sert olduğu için öyle yemekleri ortaya çıkıyordu.
それを浄化するには酢と塩がどうしても必要だと思うんですよ。
Onu sert suyunu düzeltmek için tuzlu ve asitli olması gerekiyordu.
それが少しずつ減ってきたので、全体的な味が穏やかになってきたと思うんですよ。
Bence hani suyunu artmanın teknoloji daha yükselince daha az tuzlu, daha az asitli olduğunu hissediyorum.
ですのでドイツでのやっぱりレストランいろんなところの味がやっぱりまろやかになってきてると。
Daha sade, daha yumuşak tadına değiştiğini düşünüyorum.
そういった印象がすごく受けられますね。
Bu 10 senede hissettiği şeyler bunlardır.
それがちょっと僕の思った10年間の感想です。
İşte bu 10 senede hani değiştirdiğini çok hissettiği şeylerdir. Çünkü herkes ekonomiyi anlattığı için ben fazla açısından anlattığımı istemek istedim.
Çok teşekkürler.
Teşekkür ederim.
So, what are we going to transform?
I think
If there is anything to transform.
I think in the past 20 years there was already a lot of transformation in the fine dining gastronomy, in the high-end gastronomy. When I remember my beginning, we have had 10 pieces of cutlery on the table, 5 glasses, napkins like this, and now it's very reduced. The service is not stiff like before. People can laugh in the restaurant. It's more coming together, having fun, and I'm sure we have to go this way. But also there's a huge transformation in the back of the restaurant, in the kitchen, in the service. So I opened 6 months ago a new restaurant. We try to make everything with techniques, so that the order system can be done from different places in the restaurant. We have silent communication between kitchen and service. Nobody is talking. They're doing the service because they don't need. And also for the communication with the guests, we use AI for reservation, so we don't have any telephone. We don't have any papers in the restaurant. Everything is done by computers. And so that already means we don't have an office. No, we don't need this position in our restaurant. And I think here we have to learn a lot, and we have to learn very quick. And also for the guests, we have to transform a lot. I believe that in the moment, the pricing in the high-end gastronomy is too high. Everyone has high costs. We are not able to reduce it in the moment, but we have to find ways to attract people also on normal days. If you ask me about my restaurant, I would say this is a restaurant for special moments, but we need to fight for the guests. It cannot be that when you make a booking in a restaurant for 2 people that you already know that you have to spend more than 1,500 euros. If you want to spend more, warmly invited to do, but the entrance fee has to go very deeper, in my belief.
Thank you. I think we have small time for each of us. Yes, we are going to transform on one side fine dining on the restaurant side, but also what is changing or transforming on the client side, on the guest side, because they are also transforming mostly after the pandemic period, because they learned suddenly that they exist and they have to invest on themselves as they were at home. And out of home has a different meaning afterwards. So it's more an experience. It's something that they do for themselves, and it's somehow an investment for themselves again. And sharing has a different meaning now. So fine dining, sharing, it's not. I think yes, cost is very important, but also people's feeling and perception of the fine dining is also changing, mostly after the pandemic time, and also with the inflation which is covering all Europe. So is the client also transforming? And clients' demand also transforming.
Yeah, for sure. I think like clients are not going out to eat. Of course, they're going to find in a restaurant where they know they spend a lot of money to eat for sure, like impeccable food, like a top quality ingredient. Also, of course, on the wine, beverage, and everything. But I think nowadays they're looking more than that. So they're looking to have a memorable experience, to have an experience where they will remember something or they learn something. And I think on our side, as a chef, as a front of house, etc., we need to make sure to look after our client, to look after details, to create something like with a wow effect, I think, and perhaps teach something which can be from like where the restaurant is located, can be about a product, can be about anything. So for sure we need to look after like our client in a different way and have a more interaction, I would say, and like a move from the rigid fine dining, I would say that used to be in the past. We still have quite few around the world for sure, especially in the big palace. But I think we move in from this kind of fine dining, as I mentioned before, like to this casual fine dining. And for example, you can see we can see like nowadays tablecloth disappear since already quite a few years. Not disappear, but there are less and less restaurants having tablecloth. Silver cutlery you see almost nowhere. Actually, we prefer to use like maybe wood made like a cutlery made by an artisan. So we give more value also to the producer, and we give like this human touch also to not only food but also like to whatever is around like the experience to our guests.
Thank you, Alfredo.
Oh, okay, so as I said before, it's not easy to give just one perspective. There are different perspectives for different kind of restaurant at different locations. I think that also, but in general, we can also say that as the restaurateur, we did some mistakes, probably because also in just to talk about the offer. No, many restaurants they remove, for example, a la carte because they want to push the clientele to minimum spend. So we have only the fixed tasting menu or degustation menu, and so this could be also one reason that people don't want to go to the restaurant, because people like also to go to the restaurant to choose a la carte, 2-3 courses, 1 courses. This could be maybe also a reason. Maybe the people maybe a little bit don't want to go to this kind of restaurant. And then also is we're talking about okay, we are chefs, we are talking about the gastronomy, but we probably sometimes we forget that a restaurant is not only a plate. Restaurant is we are inside the hospitality industry. Hospitality means a lot of things. It means how we welcome the guest, how we treat our guests. Some restaurants they close they don't accept kids. Some restaurants don't accept dogs. Some restaurants put many. I understand. We put some gates, and after we cannot complain if people don't want to come across. So we have maybe to change a little bit mentality to open the gates and to attract people to come to our restaurant, and also to be more welcoming. Probably this could be helpful for the new fine dining again. So I think that this is an experience, because in the end, all of us we went to fantastic restaurant where everything was perfect, the food, just one drop in the plate, everything. But in the end, you go out to home, say, what is this experience? Maybe yes. Sometimes we go to some restaurant where maybe the food maybe is just some maybe not perfect, but in the end the experience was nice. The people, you are well welcome, and you want to be back in that restaurant. There is a reason, I think.
You're right.
私が思うにはやっぱりお客様さっきもマルコが言ったようにやっぱりシンプルなものを求めてる.
Bence hani eskiden daha fazlasını bekliyorlardı ama şu an daha sade, daha malzemelere odaklanan bir tabak istiyor gibi geldi.
分かりやすい食事を求めているのかなという印象があります。
Müşteriler hani böyle zor yemek değil de daha anlayışlı, daha sade yemekleri istiyorlar.
やっぱりそうやっぱり高級食材であったりそういうものにはやっぱり支払っていただけるという。
Pahalı yani luxury malzemelere daha fazla ödüyorlar.
そういうイメージがやっぱりありますね。
Sanki öyle pahalı yemeklere daha kolayca parasını ödeyenleri çok olduğunu hissediyorum.
それで家で自分でできる家庭でできるようなものにはそんなにお金は払わないと思います。
Evde yapabilen kolay yemeklere para harcamak istemiyorlar.
もっと体験したことのないような料理をやっぱり求めていると思います。
Şimdiye kadar hiç hissetmek yani görmediği yemeklere karşı para harcamak istiyorlar.
Thomas.
Yeah, I think also on the guest side there's a lot of transformation because the world changed. So in Germany we have a problem, I would say, that the people not know what happens in other parts of the world. So they are complaining about the rent of their apartments, but for a price you can rent in Germany an apartment. In Hong Kong you can only get a garage. And I guess the same in London. So at the end it means apartments are smaller, kitchens are only pantries. At the end it means social life happens outside your own apartment, your own house. And this is, I think, a big chance for restaurants, because we are offering not only food, we are offering social place for people where they come together. This is the first point. The next point is that when I start my career 20 years ago, the guest asked for the menu. You have to understand the menu, and next morning they told your neighbors here, yesterday I go to La Vie or wherever. Today they don't tell it where they go. That means we are not anymore a reason to make others jealous, but for me it means that we have to give our guests a platform where they can shine for their friends, for their family, for business partners, so that we offer them a platform and they don't tell you where they go. So this is, I believe, from the guest side, the biggest transformation for the future. This we have to understand.
So we have too many types of transformation we are going to see. Thank you very much all, because it's too short as time to discuss with you such a nice, big, vast subject. I hope we are going to have other opportunities to talk with you, because I'm very glad to talk big masters like you. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gastromasa. Thank you, Document.
Thank you.